Alright, so welcome back to Follett Field here, home of the HP Hawks. A little bit delayed in going live there as we try to sort out our stream key. Obviously Samuel Lever, who has been with us up until now, not able to be with us, so we have the one, the only, the notorious one, Mike Kovich joining us.
G'day people, looking forward to a bit of a blinder of a game here. Should be a good game here. Hopefully a little quicker than the other games we've seen over the last few days.
Absolutely. So that last game this morning, 5 hours, and now we go into the top of the table showdown. Korea versus Guam. Winner of this goes through, seeded number 1 into the semi-finals. And they will get the dubious reward of playing this New Zealand team in the semis, and then obviously the loser of this will play Indonesia. Those games to be played tomorrow. What are you expecting to see in this game, Mike?
Well, what I've been watching over the tournament so far, I reckon she's going to be a bit of a tight game, but I'm actually going to be going with Guam for the win, to be fair.
I will say that during that first game this morning, I picked a victory for Guam as well. But considering I also picked New Zealand to win, I'm 0 for 1 so far. Both of us siding with Guam. They have been sharp in the field.
Yeah, I feel their energy is good. They're fired up and looking to come out and make it happen, I think.
I'm going to give you the tough job today, Mike. So I've just handed you the team sheets. When these players come up to bat, you're going to be the one trying to pick these players' names. Some of these pronunciations not natural for us Kiwis, even the ones with itch at the end of our name.
We will try our best. We don't want to, make anyone feel like we're getting it wrong, but we will be trying our best.
If we butcher the names, it is not for a lack of effort, it's just for a lack of ability. So as we go into this game, our production crew has been cut to the bare minimum. So Mike Kovich sitting here now providing the colour commentary. He was the one on the radar gun in the first game, also repositioning cameras.
Yep, scaled a few fences in my time.
Yeah, let's not go there, Mike. So with the wind still blowing hard, we've repositioned a couple of cameras, try to get a little less movement on them. We'll do our best.
And for Guam, just getting ready, our first batter up will be number 4, and Weekly.
Yeah, Weekly has been on fire in this tournament. One of the top players for Guam. This left-hander for Korea, number 50. Mike, what can you tell me about him?
Number 50. Let me find the right page first. Here we go. 50. So we've got Seong Shu Ha, and
he looks like a pretty sharp left-hander. I think he, like a lot of these Korean pitchers, will have at least 3 pitches in his arsenal. But it won't be anything that Weekly hasn't seen. This boy swings a hot bat, and he's been a real leader for this team from Guam.
High ball to start.
You hear the energy from this Guam team. They're up for this. They know that they've been playing good baseball, and they know the challenge in front of them today from Korea.
Low and outside for the second pitch, so we got 2 balls straight off the bat.
So this game, of course, scheduled to start 2 p.m. local time. It's now 3:40. As I say, that delay of an hour and a half. Nice strike there. That delay caused by a 5-hour marathon between New Zealand and Indonesia. Indonesia running away with it at the end. Bit of heartbreak for you there, Mike.
Yeah, always seen our boys. Okay, so we're 2-2 now.
Weekly will be disappointed swinging at that.
Yeah, struck at a low ball in the dirt there.
I expect to see him battle up now, change his approach, look for contact. And that's exactly what he does. Rips it into left field. That's a great piece of hitting.
Yep, you couldn't ask any more for a nice, easy single there through the shortstop and third baseman.
One of the things I noticed earlier in the tournament from Guam, they do like to put runners in motion, and it'll be interesting what they choose to do here from Weekly.
And we have number 3 in the box now, Patrick Alvarez.
It's another good thing. They go right-hander, left-hander, just mixing it up for the pitcher. Weekly showing his intentions here, looking for a good lead. Looks over, picks up the signal from his coach over on the third base side.
So Alvarez is batting 143 for this tournament so far. He's had 7 at-bats, 3 runs, 1 hit.
Oh, it's so much nicer having you here providing us with stats rather than chipping us from the sideline, Mike.
Yeah. You know, a multi jobs, and we have a hit
ground ball up the middle,
and we fumbled at second base there.
He's booted it, and Weekly's up going to third. Really good heads up running. Now that should have been a double play ball. The Korean team will be really disappointed with that.
And now we have runners on the corners in the 0 outs.
So runners on the corners. We've seen this all tournament. Teams will just put that runner on first. They'll put him into motion. Although with the left-handed from Korea, it'll be interesting to see if he's got the pick-off move.
So we've got Evan Acosta up now to bat. Number 1 for Guam.
And indeed we do see the runner in motion.
And easy. Now they brought one in on a error at second.
Weekly coming home there, and Guam on the board so quickly in this game.
This is what I was saying, Roy. I feel that the confidence and the vibe of the Guam team is they're looking hot. Like they've got that pep in their step. They're looking to win.
That's a great call, Mike. The attitude that teams have and the role that they can get on can really have an impact on the game, and there is no doubt about it, this Guam team has been on a roll. They'll look to keep it going into the semi-finals tomorrow. They do not want to slow down.
We have a foul ball there.
Fouls that one back. Glad to see you didn't flinch there, Mike.
No, I've seen enough of those YouTube videos that I get sent and fall off my chair.
You don't want to be that guy. So as we're looking here at the batter in the box, he's looking very aggressive. It's a great pitch. Rings him up on the inside corner.
One down now. We're 1 run in, 1 down.
Going to his off speed.
Leon Guerrero, we have coming up to bat now. Another left-hander.
This is a situation you like. You clean up hitter coming up, runner on second. Base hit here, and Guam can go up 2-0.
And a nice piece out to second, nice pick, and play at 1, but runners advance to 3. 2 down.
And that's what you want to see, the batter putting the ball in play behind the runner will always advance on that.
Okay, we have 22 up to bat now. Rayshawn Parks.
You saw Parks on the mound yesterday. Tidy little pitcher, tidy little player all round. Crouches low in the box.
Parks batting at a 167 for this tournament so far.
Obviously small sample size, these players have only had 2 games. Coach clearly believes in him, batting him in the number 5 spot in the lineup.
2 balls, that one was a low ball.
We saw this a bit yesterday against New Zealand. Parks showing that bunt where he really tries to wiggle that bat, trying to put the pitcher off, and it seems to work. Although this Korean pitcher, I'm intrigued here, Parks appears to have his toes over the line in the batter's box. He really is crowding that plate. Pitch outside.
Pitch. Some interesting.
So, Mike, we've got some feedback from the viewers. A little bit surprised at the professionalism you're bringing to this, and we've got a couple of guys just saying it's going to be intriguing to see if Mike can keep this up for the entirety of a game. I don't know that people back you here, Mike.
Well, you know, the people that don't back me, well, they obviously don't know me very well. I always dig it in till the end and never give up. So, you know.
I've heard you say it before. I'll no doubt hear you say it again. Don't doubt the deli.
Coming from two divisional league champions sitting here in the commentator's seats here, we have a fair bit of knowledge between the both of us, and no one should doubt that.
And there's a walk there. Park's doing a great job. He looks aggressive, but he's also selective.
Coming up to bat now, we have number 2, which doesn't. We have Javier Taimanglo. Try my best with those, and I'm sorry if I'm getting them wrong, but I'll try my best.
Doing your best is all we ask, Mike. And we see this.
The best is usually
first and third, runner in motion. Taimanglo puts a ball in play that's gone up. The wind is taking it away, and dear.
There's one more run in there, and runner in third, going back to third.
So we saw a lot of this in the first game today, where when the ball goes up and the wind takes over, these players just are not used to it, Mike.
It's dragging it a long way. That was probably 6 or 7 metres. The wind took that away from where it should have dropped, to be fair. And at bat now we have Trace Tozier on.
As he takes ball 1 there. This is the sort of start that could really have a profound impact on this game. This Guam team just run on emotion.
Trace at bat is batting at a 333, which is not bad. He's had 3 at bats with 3 runs, 1 hit.
Guam so far holding that runner at first. I wouldn't be surprised to see them put it in motion, although the pitcher struggling to find the zone. So I guess the Guam coach has just decided that he doesn't want to risk an out.
I must say, Roy, I really like the catcher's gear. He's got some pretty smart looking gear on there. I've never seen those ones before.
I think you'll find that the Korean gear all round is top notch. They come from a program that has a lot going for it. As we see a close strike there. Korea, of course, home to the KBO.
Oh, what a great league of baseball that is. Having experienced that myself, two of the KBO stadiums, great games. Got to see the KBO champions play. Bloody awesome over there. They really get into it. It's basically what the national sport there, I'd say.
Fouls that one off and we've got a full count. Indeed, it's I believe it's the 3rd biggest league in the world, the KBO.
Sure is, I believe.
Runner in motion, and that is a walk.
Now we got loaded bags. 2 down, loaded bags, and up to bat we have 17. We have Darren Gumatai Tautau.
And here we go with the first visit to the mound. The Korean coach walking out there. He will not be happy with this start.
What have we got there, Roy? Have we got two runs in so far?
2 runs in.
We've got loaded bags.
And it's amazing the impact that this wind can have on these players. Like, a lot of these countries are just not used to having to play and having to pitch with the wind blowing like it is. And this young left-hander seems to just be struggling to find the zone early on.
And Darren, who's up to bat too, he hasn't had a lot of at-bats this tournament, but he is batting 500, so that's pretty good there.
Umpire Dave Sinclair there just signalling one visit from the coach. Of course, 3 visits allowed. On the third one, you have to change the pitcher.
And ball in the dirt. And we have another runner coming in. A play at home? No. So that's 3-0. And we still have runners on 2 and 3. And I feel the count is in favour of the batter right now.
It's a really tough ball to block there. You saw the Korean catcher get down, try to square around on that, try to keep it in front of him, but it just skipped away off that fancy looking gear that Mike was admiring earlier.
And we have a big hit out, high fly ball out to
and the wind, it's actually the shortstop that comes out and takes it. The left fielder was all over the place.
Generally a left field catch, might I say, out there. The wind held that up so much that shortstop was the one that took that one.
Wind really blowing that back in, but I'll tell you what, the Guam coach comes out, smile on his face, high five for the catcher.
Bit of a strut going on there, that's good, but see, that's the vibe. This is what I was talking about, the vibe in the Guam dugout is very, very uplifting. They're all really into it. They want this.
They couldn't have hoped for a better start, and we'll just give you a little bit of a reminder that this stream is coming to you with thanks from Central City Baseball Club, providing us with a multi-camera setup, something that we don't normally see here in New Zealand, and it's put a little bit of a pressure on us here in the commentary box. Our director not here anymore, we're having to flick between the shots ourselves. And while we're on the subject of thanks, just a little reminder that we've got a small baseball community here in New Zealand, and we've got a key group of volunteers that have done a great job putting this on for us, right from our tournament director Mark Irwin, our district administrator Vaughan Wyber, fantastic grounds crew led by the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, Disco.
The grounds just look brilliant. Every game they've come out and done a great job and made the diamonds look amazing.
What do you got to say for us about that man, Disco, Mike?
Well, in all fairness, he's a very dedicated baseball man, and you can tell the passion in these guys when they, even by how they set the diamond for these games. It's a beautiful thing.
You're not wrong about his passion for baseball. That, as well as being groundsman here, pulling together the grounds crew, doing a fantastic job. He's also an assistant coach with our junior league team that's going to be playing the team from Wellington in the New Zealand qualifiers. Opportunity for them to head back to Korea this year. Disco will be looking forward to that. I know that he really appreciates things over there.
It's an awesome country, and if you haven't experienced it, even not with baseball, I say get over there. It's an amazing country, a lot of cool things to do, and if you love baseball, even better, because there's a lot of baseball going on over there.
I heard a rumour that you'd go there even if they didn't play baseball. You'd be there just for the Korean chicken.
Yeah, and the $4.90 1.6 litre beers is pretty good too.
Just mention that we do not promote drinking to excess.
Absolutely not. Doing a lot of work for Jack Daniels over the years. We drink responsibly.
Well said.
So on the mound we've got 22 Ray Sean Parks, left-hander, and we have a hit out.
The wind will take that
foul ball.
On a still day, that might have been a base hit down the right field line, but that has no chance of staying fair with this wind blowing.
We have Gwangwon Park.
So wearing the number 1, as is customary with teams from the likes of Korea and Japan. The ace, as they will call him, the number 1 player, will wear the number 1 on his back.
Something I just learnt then. I didn't know that one.
Happy to give you the odd baseballing lesson.
Usually Trish that teaches me things.
That is something that you claim, although I do believe that is because she's the only one you actually listen to.
And
That's a nice hit to third.
Great scoot and well played there. Nice out at one.
That's a beautiful play. Like, in these conditions, that play could easily go wrong, but he just made it look simple. The glove was
As we
sound.
always tell the boys, glove to the ground. He had that right down there. The ball gloved it beautifully, transition and through perfectly. Nice out. Now we have number 2 up to bat. This is, we have Hyunsu Jang. And we have a ball for the first pitch.
Parks showing no emotion there. I think he would have liked to have that call, but no emotion. He's just got such a pitcher's mentality. Love to see it from this young left-hander.
All these batters seem to be like nicely in there, tight, crowding that plate, putting a bit of pressure on that pitcher.
One of the things that'll be intriguing today, Mike, is as we've talked about a lot during this tournament, pitch counts come into it, days rest. Who do these teams want pitching in the semi-final? Who do they want pitching in a final if they're lucky enough to get there? As he looked to square to bunt, and I think he would be intrigued at the lack of movement from some of the Guam infield there. Jang might actually look to lay down a bunt. Gives it a bit of a wiggle.
Yeah. Great pitch there, right down the middle.
That's a second strike now. So a lot of tactical thinking from these coaches as they try to work out. You're not going to be able to have a radar reading there, Mike, as I'm using your battery pack at the moment to make sure our production facility is powered up.
And
he strikes him out. That's a beautiful pitch. It was too close to leave, but it was too hard to hit.
Oh, sorry, 2 down now, isn't it?
2 down, absolutely. That ground ball to third started things off and then comes back with a big strikeout for the second out.
And up to bat we have number 7. This is Hyunseo Park.
So as I was saying, these managers, they're not just thinking about this game, they're thinking about positioning things with the ultimate goal being to win this tournament and take their place at the World Series, Senior League World Series in easily South Carolina, the United States of America, and what an honour that will be to represent Asia Pacific region in that tournament.
Oh shit.
Definitely flinched on that one, Mike, and we'll just
I wasn't watching in that bad.
We'll just call for you to just watch the language there.
Cool fudge.
You said something that isn't entirely bad. I've seen what kids get to watch on YouTube these days.
Yeah.
No surprise here. Guam coach out. He's thinking it was a foul ball.
Park also batting 500 in his tournament so far.
Korean manager looking frustrated out there in the third base box. He didn't think that was a foul ball. I think it came off the catcher's glove. That's a nice pitch from Park. Close enough to get the batter thinking about it.
Yeah, slightly high, maybe a little outside, but yeah, it was. I think I would have been swinging at that.
You swing at everything, Mike, so that's no surprise. But
well,
when the pitches,
I learned from Mookie Betts. You're looking to hit everything.
When the pitches are heading the count, oh, there we go. That's a beautiful pitch.
And we have a play down 1 from a catch drop ball.
Catcher cleans it up,
down.
throw them out at 1.
So we still have a 3-0 ball game.
We certainly do, Mike. This has been a great start for Guam.
And I tell you what, these innings are moving along quite nicely considering the last few games.
We'll be happy to have them keep up this pace of play.
Very, very nice. I mean, they had a lot of the day to be nice and ready and relaxed and fed, so these boys should be able to turn these innings over pretty quickly. So on the mound for Korea, we have 48 Sejin Kim. I believe that's a pitch change straight away.
Absolutely, and this is that pitch count that we're talking about, just trying to make sure everybody's available.
It's a very tough job for the coaches to keep you guys healthy for prospective semis and finals the next 2 days. So you want to make sure you've got your guys that you want to be pitching saved. Maybe bring them out for less than 20 or 20 pitches and they can still pitch the next day. Is that right, Roy?
That's right. Great to see one of the local superstar catchers, Min Chan, coming out here. Interpreter for the Korean team. He really is one of the up-and-comers baseball in New Zealand. Min Chan Kim, fantastic player. He was a catcher for the national champion Howick Pakuranga Hawks. See the wind really picking up now.
Yeah, we're getting a little dusty down here behind the home plate there.
Nothing that'll bother you, Mike.
Oh, yeah, it's been a couple of days since I've been dusty, so it'll be fine.
You're getting dangerously close to proving the callers right when they say that Mike won't be able to keep up the professionalism. Just teetering on the edge there, but he kept it clean, and we're proud of him for that. Not always the case with Mike Kovich.
Yeah.
But what people know about him when he's at work, whether it be at one of the barbecue contests that he is such a stellar performer at, or at Notorious Moorpork,
or on the diamond in the divisional baseball in New Zealand, in Auckland, New Zealand.
Possibly taking it a bit far. I don't think you keep it clean on the diamond, but certainly well at work.
Yeah. Pouring
out those fantastic smash burgers. Trying to teach your apprentice, Jesse, to be able to perform at your level. He's never quite managed it, but one day he'll get there. Jesse Kovich does his best.
One day he'll get there, mate. That's good. We'll give him a break for now.
We've got to give him a break, Jesse.
Just today and tomorrow and back on Tuesday. That's his break.
We keep trying to give him a break. We keep trying to convince him to get back on the diamond. Once a very, very promising softballer. We're trying to get him to convert to the greater game of baseball.
And here we go for we have number 8, Ethan Santiago at bat.
Digs in at the plate. Looking to get Guam straight back out there.
Pitch. Bullet down the centre.
So Santiago, little third baseman, made that fantastic play to get the first out in the bottom of the first.
High ball there coming in at a pace.
He's got that balaclava that he's wearing. He pulls it down for his at-bat. Guam players feeling the cold with this biting wind today.
Low ball there. We have a 2 balls, 1 strike count right now. Still a batter's count. And that's another one down the middle. Right
that's
down
a
the
very
middle.
nice pitch. Too close to leave.
2 and 2. Just outside that one. We have a 3-2 count here. Batter's job now to defend that plate, and he does, over second base, out in between right field and centre. He's going to 2, easily at 2. Nice piece.
That's a great piece of hitting, Mike.
Great running too.
He worked the count full, and that's important when we're dealing with coaches looking to protect their pitch counts.
Wearing down those pitches.
Absolutely. You use up some pitches and then finish with a double sliding in nicely to second.
Back to the top too, top of the order for Guam. Weekly back out there in the batter's box, ready to go.
I certainly wouldn't like to be pitching to Weekly with a runner on second.
Yeah, I think Korea might want to start thinking about this. Guam have come out strong.
I think we've got time called here. This is intriguing to know what the Guam coach is saying here. Sinclair in no mood to muck around, and that's good to see because we've seen a lot of mucking around so far in this tournament. That last game, 5 hours, if we had a little more of that attitude of just get back and play ball.
Here we go. Taking a lead on 2. We've got Weekly in the batter's box still. And we have a low and outside pitch there.
So this pitcher working at 72 miles an hour. He's certainly got a little bit of gas on that fastball.
Quite a good pace over what we've seen over the day today so far.
We'll try to give you just the odd speed reading. As I said earlier, we don't have the same size production
and a
crew.
quick attempt at 2. No way near. Keep them real though. They want to keep them knowing that they are watching.
Earlier in the day, of course, we had Samuel Eva in the commentary box, and when he's here, the production crew is massive.
Oh, and it's electric, the vibe Sam gives off. It's amazing.
We have people coming here just to be around Samuel as he calls the plays, pulls in everybody. Got himself his coffee today. 3rd coffee today. He was on fire.
Only mistake Sam's made today was he's gone to watch the Warriors and he's not here watching this.
Oh, big cut there from Weekly. He's disappointed with himself. It's not often you see Weekly swing through a pitch. So yes, with just me and Mike in the box, we don't really have anybody supporting us.
I think we big boys can stand on our own and we can deal to this game.
Absolutely we can. What it does mean is that
Catcher lost the ball there, nearly attempt at stolen bag there.
It does mean that we just won't be able to give you quite as many speed gun readings on the pitches as we try to work through everything that we've got to get done in the box.
Weekly's working the count here. He's getting that pitch count up.
Oh, that's a great pitch. Absolutely great pitch.
Oh, he had a good look at the umpire there. Didn't think that was down the middle, but from my angle, that looked a pretty nice pitch there.
Yeah, angle, side on. Best place to judge umpire's performance, side on.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're right though, Weekly wasn't happy, although the way that I saw it, the catcher's glove didn't move, and when the catcher's glove doesn't move, it typically indicates that pitch is way too close to take, if not dead set a strike.
And we have Patrick Alvarez back up in the box here, and low behind the catcher. The ball's gone wild.
Really unfortunate here. Looked like the ball might skip straight back to the catcher, but it just went wide of him.
It was a very bad bounce back off the cage too. It went back over his head. When he had turned to find the ball, it had gone back over his head and behind him. Catcher's nightmare. But these Guam boys seem to be working the pitch count, and they seem to be putting the count up on our pitcher for Korea here.
Oh, that was another close pitch. Guam very selective in the box. Bit of chin music there. Batter backs out of the box and stares down the pitcher.
And Sejin Kim, 48, the pitcher today we have. He is starting to work that pitch count. He's thrown quite a few so far. Inside pitch. And another walk. Now we have runners on the corners. Here we come.
Yeah.
Korean coach coming out.
As we said earlier, Minchan out there with him. Young superstar catcher.
Questioning something that they're not super happy about.
I don't know whether they're just extremely frustrated about the strike zone.
I think straight off the bat, as a coach, should probably be, a little tense already this early in the game with what's going on here so far.
One very aggressive right-hander on the mound. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see that runner take off from first. And there he goes.
Yeah, and he's got no throw.
Oh dear. Korea,
that was
Korea trying to run that play where they're expecting the runner on third to break for home, so they throw it back to the pitcher, looking to get that guy in a rundown.
This tournament, haven't we, Roy? That play where they want to, mask that throw to second, fire it back to either shortstop or the pitcher. We have a hit down to shortstop and played at one. We brought a runner in.
They did a great job there of advancing that runner to second with the steal, which took the double play out.
We two down, one down.
Mike, on the scoreboard trying to update it to Guam 4, Korea 0.
Yep.
And as you well know, Mike, multitasking is not a strength of mine.
I'm with you on that. Although I don't tell the wife that, I tell her I'm a very strong multitasker.
I do believe that.
Ty Leon Guerrero at bat right now.
The notorious EVE has never listened to a word that you say, Mike.
Oh, 100%. Looking pretty good there, the strike zone.
Korean coaching staff really screaming here. They're not at all happy about this strike zone.
So we still have a runner on three, high pitch there, another ball.
This pitch is still working around the sort of 70, 71 mile an hour. But his pitch count is going up.
What do we have here, Roy? Three balls?
Well, I think you're right.
He's shaking the bat around for inside pitch, now the walk. A lot of that goes on where they try and distract that pitcher and take that walk.
And once again, first and third situation. Korean catcher lays down the signal, and letting his infield know what the play is going to be here.
Another left-hander up to bat here, 22, Ray Sean Parks. They have a lot of left-handers in the Guam side, don't they?
Yeah, and they mix their line-up well.
There's a strike down the middle.
They tend to go left, right. Again, just messing with that strike zone for the pitcher.
This Guam team, I'm seeing a lot of confidence in their dugout. Even the batters that are coming up in the box there, they're very confident with what they're doing. Another ball, and we have another steal to second.
And once again, they tried that play back to the pitcher. Guam know they're coming. I wonder if the way this game's going for Korea, they're better off just trying to throw that runner out, get themselves an out.
Very, very high ball there.
Guam runners that are at third are not breaking for home, so you potentially have an opportunity to throw the runner out at second, and still, if he does break for home, get a play at home. Big swing. Woo! Aggression in the box from Parks.
I think we still one down.
You're telling the story, pal.
Okay, well, I believe it's one down, and we have and we're hit on the helmet, walked and loaded up the bags. If I'm right at it being one down here, we're gonna probably see a bit of action here and some.
Very fortunate there for Parks, just a glancing blow. If that had caught him square, those ears would be ringing.
Time Anglo coming up to bat now. Fresh count. Pitchers count must be getting up there, Roy.
Absolutely.
And we have a foul ball down third base.
And we see this boy Parks over there at first base. Like, he's all energy, this player. You see him dancing around, clapping his hands, trying to put the pitcher off.
This is what I'm saying, Roy, that vibe from the Guam camp there. Another foul down third. They're very pumped. They want this. They're very focused. They're doing their job so far.
You got a lot of confidence. I think a lot of that confidence came from the WBSC 15 and under qualifiers. New Zealand went over there, took on Guam in their backyard, and Guam dealt to them.
Must I say though, New Zealand had a great start to that tournament with a good win in the first game, but couldn't do much after that, unfortunately.
And it appears that you were wrong, Mr. Kovac. It was actually 2 down, so that little play from the shortstop.
Okay,
Bang, bang, 6-3, and that's the end of the innings.
I think Korea may be getting a bit of the hard words in the dugout there. Pitch is looking a little sluggish in there. Getting stuck into those waters we delivered to them just before.
Absolutely important to stay hydrated, something that we're doing here in the box. With this wind blowing can really dry things out. Korean coach heading over to the scorer's table, just making sure he's got the right pitch count.
29 sounded low.
Well,
I feel like he has thrown more than that, and it certainly felt like it.
he only pitched for 1 innings. 29 is a lot for 1 innings, but you're right. He seemed to be in a jam every time.
So have we got the same picture out here for Guam? We have, is it 22? Ray Sean Parks.
That sure does look like our boy Parks.
Yeah.
This little ball of energy that's been really sticking it to Korea really in this game.
Very athletic boys, these guys. They're all, I'd say they'll be training a lot at home, spending a lot of their days on diamonds.
You see the slow walk from the Korean coach behind the catcher for Guam. These Korean coaches like to get a look at what the ball's doing out of the pitcher's hand. They will relay that message to their batters. As we move into, I believe, the number 4 hitter for Korea, he packs a bit of power, this number 41.
Okay, about to kick off this
Bottom of the second.
Jaha Kim up to bat. Tilts his helmet. I love the respect all these Asian teams have for umpires and teams they're playing. It's a beautiful thing.
They respect the game, Mike.
Great pitch to start off there by Parks. Right down the middle.
You can just see Kim's build, that he packs a bit of power in that bat. He'll be wishing that the wind wasn't blowing a gale in from left field, because it's been holding up anything hit out that way.
Another great pitch there with a swing, and that's 2 strikes on him.
Got some proud Guam supporters around us. It's been a long trip for them. But boy, the way their team's playing, they will feel it's worth it.
1 ball, 2 strikes now. On deck we had Beckett Bab, number 9 for Korea. Looks like he's itching to get into that batter's box. Oh, hit by pitch.
Oh, off-speed pitch just came inside.
Don't rub it, mate. Don't rub it. Oh, he's rubbing it. It's right on the top of his backside. We've got some great chanting now coming from the Korean dugout.
Beckett steps into the box. Obviously, we talked about him the other day. His dad stationed in Korea in the military. Grandparents have travelled all the way from South Carolina here. They'll certainly be hoping that this Korea team wins the right to go to the World Series, because it's in their backyard, South Carolina.
Somewhere I'm yet to go yet, but I will find my way there sometime, knowing that either my baseball or my barbecue ventures will take me there at some point.
Yeah,
I believe you had some not so bad barbecue over there while you're there.
It's a fantastic part of the world. Barbecue, baseball and country music.
100%. Pick attempt at 1, not a chance there.
Not that I would ever promote the drinking of alcohol, but it's also the birthplace of moonshine.
Well, let me tell you, I can say that stuff is, Roy changed my mind with that stuff. I really enjoy a nice responsible drop of that once in a while now.
So for those of you wondering, Parks, or the boy the supporters are calling Ray Ray, he's working mid-60s. Last fastball coming in 65 mile an hour.
He's certainly watching that runner on one there. Got his eye on him.
And he goes. 62 mile an hour fastball. Oh.
Nice stolen bag there by
Kim.
Kim, that's the one.
Big power hitter for Korea. So the catcher for Guam, good arm, but just to the shortstop side of the bag there.
Beckett now shaping to bunt.
You see good movement there from the Guam team, and the pitcher steps off. He felt they were just a little bit disorganised in the infield.
Shaping to bunt again here. I think they're trying to pull the ball still here. And strike there. We have a 3 balls, 1 strike.
Guam coaches animated on the sideline here, trying to call out what they should be playing on that bunt play. I think they realised that Beckett was never actually laying down a bunt.
And we have a fly ball here, should be a second baseman, and he's again make that.
Great work there, really judging the wind beautifully. We saw an earlier pop-up, very similar to that Korea made an absolute mess of, but Guam all over it.
I feel like the wind just then had died down actually, to be fair. The ball didn't move anywhere near as much as that last one. That last one went a long way towards first base.
So you're saying a little bit of divine intervention from the baseball gods.
Absolutely.
Korea's going to be in trouble. Korea will be in trouble if the baseball gods are on the side of Guam. They're looking good enough as it is.
I think you'll find in Guam, they're quite similar to New Zealand with the weather they get over there. They'd probably be a little bit used to some of this wind, I'd say. Being an island country and
absolute guess of the weather conditions in Guam from Mike Kovac. He has got literally no idea what he's talking about.
Sounded good though, didn't it?
I'm pretty sure I heard from the Guam team that they are not used to this at all. And Kovac has just gone out on a limb and said...
And we have a infield fly to the pitcher, and it's an out there.
Never going to see a mistake from Parks on that. He's such a gamer.
So up to bat now we have number 5, Jiwon Lee.
So this will be really disappointing for Korea. Lead-off hitter, reaching base, making it to second, and then 2 infield pop-ups. Can't advance him. And now they need...
average for the tournament, this boy here.
Now they need a base hit if they're going to score any runs here.
And looked at a strike right down the middle there from Park. He's having a not so bad outing so far.
You see the runner there on second, just trying to juke the team, making it look like he's taking off for third, trying to put them under a bit of pressure.
A very wide stance there. Oh, hit by pitch on the foot.
Takes that right on the foot. Oh, big bat flip. Whoa! This will be interesting what Guam decide to do about that. Some teams don't appreciate the bat flip.
Looks great when you get a big over the fence home run.
Well, of course, it used to be something that was really looked down on in baseball,
yes,
but now that emotion is something that attracts the viewers, and with the viewers comes the money.
And another one right down the middle, strike looking.
With the money comes the contracts. And when the contracts are as big as ones like what Shohei signed this past off-season, the players don't care so much about showing each other up if it means that it fills the bank account.
Do you need a translator, Roy?
What do I need a translator for?
Maybe make a few bets.
I don't have the millions enough for a translator, so
I'm just talking a
Caden
dollar each
here.
way on the GGs, mate.
Caden here, we do not promote gambling. Caden here in the box is younger brother Jordan, bit of a team mascot for the Korean team. His dad was operating as a bit of an interpreter in the first couple of days while Minchan was tied up. That pitch way up. And you can possibly see young Jordan over there, far end of the dugout, cheering his brother on.
Caden Yu in the box.
Runners go.
And foul ball. Speaking of Cadens, we miss our young fella Caden from Central City, who's now posted up in South Carolina, I believe, also. Or North Carolina, sorry.
Yes, indeed. Caden travelled to Korea with the junior league team last year before moving back to the States.
Straight back into his ball over there, which is amazing. It's good.
Both runners go.
And we have a hit.
Both hit left field, and that'll score a run.
And Korea bring back.
Big throw.
Oh, and the ball goes behind, and he's looking to come. He's coming.
Oh, no.
And he's going back. We have a box up here. Safe.
Oh, he got under the tag.
Safe. That was a beautiful
Wow.
play by number 5, Hyewon Lee. Beautiful. Went under the tag. Safe as the days. That should have been a definite out there, I believe.
Wow, that just goes to show you, if you fully commit, how difficult it actually can be to make an out.
We have a time called here.
Umpire Dave Sinclair calling time.
Korea's starting to get a bit more rowdy in their dugout now. Starting to feel like they've got a few things going on, which they do.
And this is where momentum is everything in baseball, Mike.
Oh, 100%. You get that confidence, that pep in your step, and it changes the whole game.
And how quickly it can turn on just one pitch. Caden had 2 strikes on him.
Great pitch there again by Park.
Korean.
A 3-1 ball game now.
I think you'll find it's 4-2, but you've still got the same lead with that. So it was amazing that the Korean coach just backed Caden's back control to put the runners in motion, a hit and run. And ultimately, the pressure of that is what led to 2 runs scoring. I really hope that we have a good game of rugby league happening this evening, because Samuel is missing an absolute ripper today.
Hit down to third. We have another runner in. We have a
great pick at first.
Away. No run in.
That run won't score. That was a great pick at first. We see young Jordan there bouncing around outside the dugout. His brother driving in those 2 runs. He's excited.
So 4-2 ball game.
The crowd's excited.
Going on here.
Dave Sinclair making sure that these players are hustling it out. We like to see that.
Yes, I believe we have had a lot of time outs and stoppages in these games of recent. Can make for long games there, Roy.
Absolutely. We saw a bit of controversy in that last game where umpire Paul Vodanovich made a call that the catcher took too long getting out for his at-bat, and he started him on a 2-strike count, lead-off batter in that final 8th innings, and unfortunately for the New Zealand team, all that did is fire up Indonesia, and they came storming home, scoring 9 runs in that 8th innings.
Yeah, first time I've seen that happen in baseball in my years around the diamond. There should have been a number of times maybe that should have happened, but hey, first time I have actually seen that.
Well, I guess it's one of those things. We don't have the finances here to have a pitch clock or an innings clock up, but But the umpires, they're always on top of it. They're aware of how long things are taking. Dave Sinclair just heads over there, has a word to Min Chan and says, sort this team out, Min Chan.
So do we have a pitching change here? 48, Sejin Kim.
Mate, I'll give you one job, Mike. You're supposed to stay on top of these things.
Okay, well, to the best of my knowledge, which is not a lot right now.
I think you're struggling a little bit with the fact that I think as many as 5 or even 6 of these Korean players have Kim across the back of the jersey.
Absolutely.
I might be absolutely making things up once more, but I believe it is one of the more common names in the world.
On the first page of their team lineup, there is 5.
Certainly a more common surname than Kovic. And to be fair, thank the Lord, because we've got all of the Kovic's we can handle here in Auckland.
Yeah, well, you might not want to go up north then. And at bat here we have a wild pitch there inside.
That first pitch right behind him. So of course Mike Kovic there, referring to up north here in New Zealand. It's an area where a lot of
the Croatian descendants chose to live, and
absolutely they came to do some of the worst jobs here in New Zealand. They worked the land hard.
Gum diggers.
And that's the native tree, the kauri, and they would dig those up out of the swamps for the gum in it.
We have another ball thrown there. We have Trace Taser on in the batter's box.
Of course, while they were doing that hard work, very important that they planted some vineyards to have the grape juice. 71 mile an hour, but missing outside of the zone. We've got a lead-off walk.
I believe that was a 4-pitch walk there.
As I better make sure that I've kept up to date with our scoreboard here.
I've got it at 3-1. Oh, sorry, I mean 4-2.
No, it's more just the fact that we're actually now on the top of the third. Is this game starting to roll along?
A throwdown attempt here.
Boy, we've seen a lot of that today. Throws going out into centre field, players taking extra bases.
I still feel this Guam energy is what's looking good at the moment. We have a lot of noise from the dugout. We have the Korean boys at the moment, very, very quiet.
Still prepared to stand by your call there, Mike. I like that. Conviction.
I don't speak for no reason, Roy. You should know that.
Yeah, that coach again calling out strike. He's calling strike. He is frustrated. Of course, I will point out that coach is looking directly side on, so he has no idea about where that pitch is in the zone.
Another ball. So, Guam, runner on 2. We have 17 in the batter's box, Darren Gumatautau. Sorry if I got that wrong, I'm trying my best, but looking to bring his runner around. Another ball. We have another walk here, so runners on 1 and 2.
Korean coach is not going to watch this. He is going to get straight out there.
He has a pace on. Ethan Santiago, the third baseman, coming up to bat next. Well, after this timeout, I think we're going to have a pitching change here.
I think we're actually going to get a catcher change, Mike.
You're right there, Roy.
Are they blaming the catcher for some of those strikes not getting called?
Might have been something going back a little bit. This framing, like trying to put that ball more in the zone as a catcher.
So Mike, well, we've got a break and play here. You want to talk us through your favourite baseball memory? I know you've been to a few Major League games. Is there any that stand out? Any highlights for you?
Not Buster Posey. I have quite a few great experiences in baseball. Actually, to be fair, I think a really good one would have been with my boy Alex, and we were at Dodger Stadium, and the game was not going the Dodgers' way, and we were playing the Blue Jays, and the Blue Jays had a 5-run lead, and coming into the last innings, the 9th, Dodgers made some great at-bats, come back to tie it. It ended up going to the 13th with a walk-off triple from James Outman, who's a great rookie at the moment, and it was ecstatic. The stadium was actually quite empty by then, because Dodgers fans sometimes, when they think it gets to that point and they're 5 down, they like to get out of there before the traffic gets carnage. And we're super glad we stayed. It was a great outcome. Got really close to the Dodgers dugout, and we actually even had one of the boys that played for Auckland Tuataras while we had the professional team here on the diamond for the Dodgers.
Oh, what an amazing experience, Mike. So of course you refer there to your one disappointment in baseball, of course, not getting to see the guy you regard as potentially the greatest player of all time, Buster Posey. I'm taking it that you never actually got to see him play live.
No, I didn't.
Oh, it must be such a disappointment for you.
As an anti-Giants guy.
Well, I must admit that the Giants are not close to my favourite team. In fact, they'd be at the bottom of the list, but
I definitely like the A's more, Roy.
Thank you, Mike. But it must be a disappointment for you not getting to see.
It was great to see my boy Jared Koenig come from the Tuatara and get put on the roster for the A's, and now he's transitioned from there to the Padres, which is probably a better thing for his career.
Bit of a downgrade for poor Jared. He'd made the big time with the A's.
Playing with some of the greats that play for the Padres.
Well, and we have see runners go here.
On a pass ball there from the catcher for Guam.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that scored. Pass ball or wild pitch.
But we now have runners on 2 and 3 for Guam, and I believe no outs.
I think you're right there, Mike.
I must actually take more note of that. Trying to read stats and stuff, which.
Just a little tip, having watched the master go to work this morning. The master, of course, Samuel Lever, the voice of baseball here in Auckland. And so one of the things that he tended to do is he had his phone out, live scoring, of course. Let you all know that if you go to the Auckland Baseball Facebook page, you can find the link to the live scoring for this tournament. You can see all of the stats. You can fact check Mike Kovac as he rattles off some of these facts.
Is that on YouTube, is it?
No. It's don't you worry about it, mate. You can just take a little walk over.
A walk there. We have loaded bags now.
You can just take a little walk over to the scorer's table and ask him for any updates you want. No, walking is. I just got the look that said you're not paying me enough to walk.
Steve Wilson, we have been plugging Notorious Smalltalk there a lot. I just figured I'd reel it back a little bit. We're can't keep up, so get on down. But I've said the whole tournament, any home runs that we get, I will shout that person a burger, and we have not seen one yet. And with the wind, the way it's blowing in on this diamond, I'm not sure we will.
I did notice that you only made that promise after you saw the weather forecast, which was for that wind to be howling in from left field all tournament long.
The most notorious wind there, the sou'wester.
I see what you did there, Mike. Well played.
And another high ball there. Loaded bags, 3 balls on our batter in the box right now.
Yeah, 3-ball count on Weekly. He is one of the players that I would give a green light to in this situation. I'd say hit away.
Not where Korea want to be right now. And another walk-in with a run coming in for that. And at bat now we have coming up number 3, Patrick Alvarez.
Number 2 in the Guam lineup, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct there. And we have the coaching staff of Korea coming out now, and we have a pitching change.
And that's no surprise.
I feel most coaches at this point would probably look at doing that as well.
He was really struggling to find the zone.
It's never nice seeing the boys that haven't had a great outing coming off and feeling that they've not done their team a great service. But that's baseball. You can't do it all every game.
What do you got for us here? Number 25 on the mound. Who are we looking at?
We have 25. We have Hyun Lim.
Reminds me of a player we had in Auckland 5 or 6 years ago. We called him Lim Sanity, Korean pitcher, electric fastball.
Oh, they're feeling confident, Korea, about Lim coming out on the mound there.
We might have Lim Sanity version 2 right here. A lot of movement
on the last ball.
A lot of movement on that. 65 there, looked like a change up at 65, I think.
And I feel the catcher, they've changed catchers, and I feel this catcher is very definitely making the definite frames on these pitches as well.
Great to see there, Alvarez on deck batter, just telling the catcher, don't worry, I got that ball for you. You warm your pitcher up, you warm him up, so I can hit him over the fence and get that burger from Notorious Moorpork. I want to see that burger paid out, Mike.
I'm actually feeling like a bit of fried chicken right now, Roy.
So you're going to go on record and say that it's going to be a next level burger that you do, something a little bit extra in it? Maybe a triple stacker?
We might have to do a baseball burger.
A baseball burger.
How about that? The big bat, we could call it.
It's sounding as though you've got a free burger lined up for me, Mike.
Sure, Roy, any day.
Alvarez in the box.
Loaded bags still for Guam.
Loaded bags and 1 run in already.
And we have an inside ball, pass ball, and we have another run, and he's thrown it past. And he's advanced all runners. Pass ball there.
Another run comes in, that'll give them a 6-2 lead.
Starting to feel like this game is, it starts getting hard to pull back when you start getting too many runs down. It's a very big ask at that point.
It's a game of momentum, Mike. We've seen it change a couple of times already.
And like we've said a number of times now, this Guam team has that energy going on, and it's not stopping right now. So here we have 2 balls, I believe.
There's 2 balls on him. You pitcher, he looked good in his warm-ups. He's just out of the zone.
That is 3-0.
A classic call from the crowd.
This is
Leave it up.
what the Korean coaches would be wanting.
They just really struggled with their pitching in this wind.
And we have a foul cut off down over third base side.
I think it's made it all the way to the number 2 diamond, to be honest. Very common here at Follett Field. See those foul balls actually interrupt play on the other diamond.
3 balls, 1 strike. What are we going to see here, Roy? And we have another ball. There's another free bag for Guam. Loaded bags again, and we have number 1 coming up, Evan Acosta.
Wow, this is a worrying situation for Korea. You don't want to see Acosta in the box with the bases loaded.
He's looking confident.
Absolutely. He brings a big bat, this boy.
It's funny, when the pitcher for Korea there was warming up, he was looking very sharp, and since he's had batters in the box, it's quite a different story there, Roy.
Yeah, it always is. The adrenaline starts to go, the nerves start to go, and you can struggle to find that zone.
And we have a big
foul ball
off over first.
Tough situation for these players. Expectations of a country on their shoulders. First time Korea has competed in the senior league in my memory.
Lim on the mound, still looking composed, but he's got to get it going on now.
Oh, that is ripped to left field.
In a great spot down there. That brings 2 more runs in easily, and runners now at 1 and 2.
Wow, what a piece of hitting.
So that makes the score, Roy.
Score now 8-2 to Guam.
This is looking like it's starting to blow out a little bit here, Roy.
Yes, although the interesting thing here is, as we've said, both teams having to worry about their pitching for tomorrow, for Tuesday.
We've seen big leads, not necessarily meaning a win.
Wow, earlier on, Mike, of course, we saw the New Zealand team once again, big lead in the 7th innings, gave it away. And then after that, 9 runs in that extra innings. And it's a good reminder to these teams that anything can happen.
Like we're saying, maybe in future tournaments like this, maybe there should be a time limit sometime. But hey, I don't mind being at a baseball diamond.
Yeah, I must admit that a time limit would have been nice for that game. 5 hours, Mike.
It gets a bit tedious by 4. And another ball high.
Well, if they'd called the game after 3.5 hours, it was an easy win for New Zealand. An hour and a half later, and the team's going home dejected.
Ty Leon Guerrero in the box here, left-hander. He's winning this battle so far. And we have still our runners on 1 and 2.
Close pitch.
Ball.
There's a call again. Strike! I don't think I've ever seen a coach call strike from the side and the umpire change his mind.
And we have another...
Popped it up, but that'll go foul.
Right behind the Guam dugout there.
No chance of that staying fair with this wind blowing.
Flat hitting would be the most ideal today through the gaps. Anything that goes high is held up quite a bit by that wind there. We've seen hits today where it should have been outfield catches and they've held up and it's been a short or second play.
Absolutely.
And another high ball there, and we have loaded bags again.
Wow.
Parks up to bat.
It's going to be really interesting to watch what happens with this Korean team. How they decide to approach this starts to go against them. What are they going to do? Are they comfortable?
Roy, 8-2. You're going to be wanting to try and do something that's going to change this momentum from this Guam team. And we have a foul ball.
Also look at it and say, I wonder how committed they are to using up resources to try to win this game now. They might fancy themselves in a semi-final against Indonesia.
Sure, I mean, you can look at it those ways. I mean, I personally would go out to win everything, but sometimes it's advantageous to possibly not win a game, right?
And I don't think any of these teams would ever play that way. However, do you just save bullets in your gun? They got to come out firing tomorrow.
We have another ball. 2 balls on Parks. Loaded bags.
These two teams probably fancy the fact that they'll see each other again in the final. Although this week has already shown us that funny things can happen in the game of baseball.
Anything can happen. Nice swing there for a strike. So we have a 2-2 count. Loaded bag still. Runners all looking to go.
Parks, the man they call Ray Ray. Crowds have played again.
And
foul tip. Held on to. I believe that's just the first out of the innings, Mike.
It sure is. So we have Javier Taimanglo up to bat now. Right-hander, loaded bag still. And foul tip.
So Korea, classic Korean baseball team, just fundamentals. With 1 out, they will play the infield, double play depth, they will play the corners in. So if a ball is hit to third, ball is hit to first,
Time has been called by Korea.
they will obviously have those corners. Playing home, trying to get the out at home. If the ball's hit up the middle, they'll be looking to turn 2. It looks like it's just a rosin bag brought out there. Korean coach obviously feels as though the pitcher just struggling to get the grip on the ball. He's thrown some nice pitches, but he just struggled to find the zone early in this outing. That's a great pitch on the inside corner. You see the batter swaying out of the way of it. That's because these players from Guam love to crowd the plate. That means getting their feet right on the very edge of that batter's box, getting as close to the plate as they can. If you can pitch inside on them, you'll have success. But it's not everybody that can effectively pitch inside. Really increases the chance of hitting the batter, and a lot of pitchers will just naturally move to the outside of the plate when you crowd it like that. Really narrows down the strike zone. That's a big hit to right field.
Catch at left field. Runners all go back. That is.
It's 2 down. Made a catch easily. All the runners had to hold because it was quite shallow.
Again, Roy, the way that ball moved with that wind, it's like a sideways curveball.
But he read that really well. Never looked in doubt. Runners knew that. That's why they all went back to their bases. And after Kim struggled earlier, he's started to find the zone now. And if he can get Korea out of this, they'll still feel they've got a real chance here.
Trace Tiger in the box, number 7, right-hand batter.
If there's one thing we know so far in this tournament, a 6-run lead is not safe.
That's for sure. And we have a
Yes, he did.
And he went.
Yes, he did.
He tried to hold, but he went.
So the reason that these leads aren't safe is these teams are manoeuvring their pitching staff thinking about semi-final.
Which begins tomorrow. So they don't have...
Oh, and there we go.
Strikeout. Side away.
Good morning, good evening, good night, and that is it. Beautiful strikeout.
So the Korean boys here are going to want to come out with bats firing because they would like to, I'd say, in this stage of the game, bring some runs back here. Further we get along, start slipping away and harder to make it happen.
You're not wrong about that, Mike.
But anything can happen. Get a little spark going and can change the whole game.
Very interesting to see here.
So we still got Park.
Park might be the man that they're just saying, you know what, go out and throw this game for us. We're not going to need you.
In a good way, not throwing the game as in throwing the game.
No, I mean pitch, and pitch.
He's done a great job so far. So I mean, you know, sometimes it's why change something that's working.
Although, just looking at the Guam manager here, just confirming pitch counts, and I think he is confirming pitch counts because he wants Ray on 1 day rest available for the final.
I think if I was their coach, I'd be looking at that as a possibility too, because he's having a pretty good outing so far today.
I'm not sure that they necessarily want him starting the final. From what I've seen of this team, they've got other arms that they probably consider to be their ace.
Possibly closer.
He'll just be available. He's shown us that he can pound the strike zone. That's important. See the Korean coaches taking their positions, jogging in front of the screen there.
And we have
A look of determination.
Won Park up to bat for Korea. Coming into the box now.
Parks v Park. There we go.
Yes.
Guam team, as is customary. Infield gathers with the pitcher, offering him some words of support. We've got you. Pitch to contact. Give me a play, son. I want to be in the game.
Guam still playing with a lot of bravado and confidence at the moment. We have a high pitch to start. Ball one. I'm getting a little hungry there, Roy.
Wow.
Had a nice beef cheek and cheese and jalapeno pie this morning. It was beautiful. Levain Bakery in Linfield there. Very great bakery. I'll give it props for that.
Sounds like a next level pie. It's a high rollers pie.
Well,
Kovic.
the pork belly chili and fennel sausage roll is very much out the gate as well. I had one of those too. We have a wide pitch there.
Interesting here is the Korean team all up in the dugout, supporting their batter, starting to get some energy back into their team. I think
Rally caps on.
Lim getting them out of that last innings was big.
Ball inside.
Inside and low. It's good patience.
3-1 count, I believe.
Crowd quite sparse here at Phillip Field now.
We have a walk.
New Zealand crowd. Big crowd earlier.
That's what I really love, Roy, when a batter gets a walk and he actually gets there really quickly. Opportunity for other things if you get there quickly like that.
You earned the number one in Korea, and he's obviously earned it, and he's earned your respect too, Mike, and that's great.
Sure has.
Pick off. That's a balk, he didn't throw it. Wow, what's happened right there is he's stepped toward first for a pick-off, and if you don't disengage from the rubber, the pitching rubber there on that mound, if he doesn't step back, disengage from the rubber, he must throw the ball. He held onto it there, which constitutes a balk, and the runner advances to second.
And not the nice bunt
Down third.
Foul ball. But Wangwon Park, number one runner.
He's called him out. Oh, controversy here.
We have a little bit of a situation here for a second.
So they're calling Minchan out to find out what happened. What the umpire's called here is that as he's gone for the running bunt, they're saying that he was outside the box when he made contact.
Ah, I see. So they've called the batter out here?
Absolutely, and that batter is looking very confused over there.
Not what you want when you're starting to get a rally on.
Coach cannot believe what has been called. Of course, unfortunately, we don't have a replay booth here. We'd love to be able to take you back. Of course, you at home can simply rewind the stream and take a look.
Like you're saying though there, Roy, I believe what happened, what you're saying is he's bunted and pushed, but already on the run for first base as he's made contact with the bat. Is that?
I find it hard to believe that he was already out of the box and yet still managed to make contact.
Sure, yeah. Bit of a weird one there.
Korean coach. Well, he sees a little bit of humour in this situation. I think he was very surprised by that call.
Okay, and we have in the batter's box now, number 7, we have Hyun-Seo Park, and we have our runner at 2 still, and he's Guam 1 Park, and we have a ball.
So yes, because that bunt also did go foul, so the runner had to return back to second. Interesting there, the batter trying to call time, umpire having none of it. He just watched a 5-hour game. He is not taking any delays in this game.
Runner's gone.
Runner stole that on the pitcher.
On a ball, inside pitch.
Catcher knew he had no chance. The steal was on the pitcher. You can see that on your screen. He was halfway towards third base.
With the one out, with that discrepancy there, I believe
ripped foul left.
Here.
Absolutely ripped that one, but it's a long way foul down the left field line.
So possibly brothers. Wang Won on third base at the moment, and in the batting box we have Hyun-Seo Park. And he's hit it high.
That is deep.
Left field. And the wind's held it up and he's missed it.
That's
this has
unreal.
happened numerous times this tournament. And Korea bring a run in.
Great work there.
And a nice double for Park.
It was a nice bit of hitting. I think with no wind, the burger was at risk. Instead, it's blowing all the way back in and falls safely in left field.
Possibly Liam Hay would have had 2 burgers today if there was no wind.
Liam Hay has been ripping the ball this tournament. He'll certainly be one player cursing the wind.
Still a little disappointed TP hasn't been out to see me yet.
And I think we're right about that call earlier, that they were just keeping tabs on that pitch count, making sure that Park stays to 1 day's rest, be available for the finals. We see Jordan out here giving the ball over. Woo, look at that boy move. Great work from young Jordan.
So what we have here now, what we've seen change is we have a little bit more confidence in this career side now. Pitching change for Guam.
We've said it all the way along, Mike. It's all about momentum, and momentum can also carry through into the semi-final, which is why both of these teams, even though in some respects a meaningless game, they will still want to keep momentum on their side. They want to go into the semis on the back of sweeping through the round robin, 3-0.
That's it. It's nothing like that when you're coming off the back of win after win into finals. It does give you that confidence and that knowing of your team that you can produce the goods.
That's a scary situation for this dejected New Zealand team sitting back in the hotel, knowing that the team they're going to face tomorrow is going to be 3-0 in the tournament. But there is no reason why our boys can't hand them their first loss, create the big upset,
Get the momentum, like you say, and come back and win the final.
Well, that's the crazy bit. You can go 0-3 in the round robin, play the number 1 seed. If you manage to win the semi, suddenly you're favourites in the final.
Correct. And you know what? We do have the means to make that happen. We've just got to come out, forget all the other games tomorrow, and do the damage.
Do the damage. Or as our tournament director Mark Irwin would say, we've just got to come out with a bit of mongrel.
There you go. There you go.
So it looks like pitcher's ready to go, batter's in the box.
I am a little concerned, however, for finals day. All of the boys will be getting fed hangi. Now that gives you mana, the old hangi. It will make these boys play down 3, missed down thing, runner is coming in for another run for Korea.
We've seen that a lot today, runners stealing 1 base and ending up taking 2.
I'll tell you what, Roy, this is looking like it could be another game where it's neck and neck.
So we go to 8-4 now, I believe. We'll look for a score check at some point. It's been a lot of action. We think we're on top of it. Is Korea starting to come back into this? They've got Parks off the mound. That'll give them some confidence.
8-4.
Mike Kovac just confirming there. Of course we're on top of it. 8-4.
Ball in the dirt there.
All the way back here. Beckett hustling over. Those Bruce Bolt gloves of his.
Those are nice gloves, I must admit. Alex got a pair and he goes, put one on, Dad, just feel what they're like. And I was like, well, don't make me claim those for next season. I am in a champion
nice contact
team.
there out to right field, and the wind will knock that down, but the second baseman, a beautiful play there. Second baseman tracking out into right field.
Wondering whether he possibly should have left that for right field there, but it didn't matter anyway. He collected it, so
wind always taking it away from the right fielder.
It's unbelievable the movement when that ball goes up in the air in the outfield now. It's moves a long way, or holds up, and infielders are making outfield catches.
Those sparkling red Bruce Bolt gloves really do just match beautifully in this Korean uniform.
There's something about lightning bolts I really like.
I must say they're always so well decked out, these Korean teams, right down to their cleats. Sponsored cleats for the team.
We have a foul ball down first. We've got our number 9, Beckett. Bab. Emery. And we have another fly ball out over
deep.
Right field. Drop the ball. He's going around second. He's going through.
Oh, he's going all the way.
Down and safe it. He's going home.
He's going.
This is an inside the park home run by Beckett. Amazing. Great base running. Great
Look at Beckett get up. He is stoked.
Great awareness of where that ball was. He's doing
we
the
see the chicken dance. We see Jordan with the big high five over there.
That was a highlight for me too while I was in South Korea. Chicken Street. What about you, Roy? Did you get down Chicken Street?
To be honest, all I can focus on right now is just how far Beckett managed to hit that ball in this wind.
Great at bat. Low and outside pitch there.
Really, team's keeping me on edge here with these updating the scoreboard as it goes to 8-5 now.
Have a hit down to third. We have a play at 1 and out at 1.
So this third baseman has just looked incredibly safe all game long. But wow,
This is anybody's game, and it's electric at the moment, isn't it, Roy?
The action, the excitement, the drama, Mike.
Everywhere I am, we get all of those three things.
I quite know how to take that. Once again, Mike really
We'll talk about this off live later
starting
on.
to tip close to what everybody's expecting, which is some inappropriate conversation from Mike.
Very much surprising myself as well at the moment, guys.
I can confirm the professionalism continues. We're all surprised.
Well, once my baseball career is over, I may look into commentating, whether it be baseball or any sport.
Definitely a stretch to call it a baseball career, but
Volleyball, beach volleyball.
You are right that you're a part of a three-time championship winning team here in Auckland.
It's a great feeling, isn't it, Roy?
Central City Renegades.
When are those rings turning up? Those big rings we're getting for us, Roy?
Oh, just shocked that there was no promise of one of those notorious Moorpork burgers for each member of the winning team, but I guess...
No, however, we are in talks at the moment of a big American low and slow style barbecue feed for the champs.
Oh, I am liking the sound of this.
Yeah, wagyu brisket, premium pork ribs, probably throw a little bit of barbecue chicken in there, some beautiful sides from the Notorious Eve. I think it will go down a treat.
You might think that we're focusing a little bit too much on food here, but I will remind you that the first game today started at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's now 5 o'clock in the evening, and we've not even really had a break between the games. It's essentially been 7 hours straight of baseball.
So, Guam up to bat, we have Darren Gumatautal. Again, if I'm getting these names wrong, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. He looks like he's ready to dominate this ball if he can. And we a small dribble back to first. Easy out at one down.
They'll be enjoying that. One pitch, one out. Some people at home might be thinking that when Mike finishes cooking burgers, he might have a career as a butcher with the way he's saying some of these names.
I get myself around some carcasses pretty well with the old knife there, Roy. Short rib, what are you after?
Okay, sweet. That's what you mean.
Break down a beast, mate. And another one
back up the middle.
Shortstop, banging it out at one. That's two down.
Unreal. 2 pitches, 2 outs.
One now up to bat. We have.
You see the Korean team over there really going crazy. I'm just looking at the victory dances from young Jordan over there. He is really into it. When you got a team mascot just picking the team up, what a difference it makes.
Can Weekly spark them here with 2 down there, Roy?
Weekly's been on fire all tournament.
Left a strike to start with.
And that's just smart play from Weekly. He realised 2 pitches, 2 outs. He wasn't going to give him a 3-pitch innings. No, son, not on my watch.
And that's 2 down the middle.
You really hear the Guam team lift when Weekly's in the box. They know that he's a magic man for their team. When he's in the box, good things happen. Oh!
3 down, 3 strikes out, 3 pitch out. Korea now is turning it up with their vibe in the dugout. They're getting that spark now. Look out, Guam.
Weekly not happy. Oh, look at Jordan go over there. Whew.
I've never seen an outfielder come into the dugout that quickly, ever, I don't believe.
Yeah.
I'm a little flatter now after the last couple of innings, but
well, that was That was a quick innings, Mike.
Well, to be fair, Rory, I'm not unhappy about quick innings, to be fair.
Yes, and with the sun starting to come down over in right field.
We've had our nice peak of heat today, and she's certainly going to start cooling off very shortly.
As we go into the bottom half of the innings with Korea still down 8-5, but it does feel as though momentum is really just starting to turn.
It's definitely looking like the tides are slack. I wouldn't say turning, I'd say the tide is slack at the moment. It still could go anyway.
Umpire Dave Sinclair called batter up.
Let's go. So we have G1 Lee up to bat now.
He is a big individual.
Listening.
Coach is running into position.
Gives me a little bit of a Peter Yee vibe from our Central City Baseball Club. And he's left the first one on the inside there for a ball.
Big swing at that one. Oh my word. He has definitely heard there's a burger on the line. Another
big swing.
massive swing as a Korean dugout breaks into song. They've felt the change in momentum.
And he's driven it down to third. We have an out.
Oh, man. Oh, no.
And he's going too, is he? No, he's not. He's pulling back.
That third baseman has been so safe.
Yeah, his glove has been very good all day. Has that actually been a position change there, Roy?
Oh, it might be.
I think it is not our same third baseman.
Struggling a little without the guru, the master, the man, the myth, the legend, Samuel Eva. He would have been all over that. Straight to shortstop.
Great.
He makes the catch. Oh, did he make the catch?
And I believe we have safe here. No, we have out.
We have out.
Double out there.
Yes.
Catch by the shortstop. And a play at one, double out. There we go.
Wow.
Guam got lucky there. Because it was it Trace 7 that was third baseman?
It seems as though our team sheet might be a little bit lacking.
Yeah.
I thought we had
and we have a nice strike down the middle there by Guam's pitcher here. Get the number. And the outside pitch there. We have 1-1.
oh, there it is. Of course it was. Of course it was Weekly at shortstop. Confused. Easily confused. Sorry,
Can't
Mike.
confuse that glove though there, can we?
Well, that was an amazing play. Diving catch.
Oh, we have a fly ball here to second.
First baseman should have
again.
taken across. But the second baseman is there.
Away. Guam will be happy with keeping them at 0 on that innings there. They got to defend that lead now. Korea have crept back slightly in the last inning before this one.
Yeah, that fourth innings just went by so fast. Both teams, fantastic plays. go to the top of the 5th with Guam up 8-5. This game that is going to decide who finishes top of the table gets the right to play New Zealand in the semi-final in the 1v4 match.
And I mean, these guys shouldn't ever underestimate New Zealand. We've got what it takes. We've just got to get it all working together.
No surprise, Korea's going to leave Lim out there on the mound. He's been looking good. Let's get a little bit of a look here at Lim's action. Up on the mound, high leg kick. Catcher with that catcher set that Mike Kovac loves so much. Gets out into position.
Spider-Man.
Of course, referring to the spider logo on the front of that chest plate. Lim. One more warm-up pitch.
And then after that we have Patrick Alvarez coming up to bat.
You see Jordan out there getting the balls from the players. Constantly working that kid. He doesn't slow down.
Alvarez up to bat here, another left-hander. Seen a lot of them today.
Great start from Lim. He's been throwing straight. He really struggled when he first jumped on the mound. Walked one, maybe.
He's settled in now.
Did he walk the first, maybe the second batter as well? And then he's just absolutely dialed it in. That last innings, 2 pitches, 2 outs.
And another foul ball for Alvarez. Got his hoodie on, he must be a bit cold out there. He's got his hoodie under his jersey there.
Well, he wouldn't be the only one who's feeling the cold a little, Mike.
And a high ball there for 1 ball, 2 strike count.
We'll confess to struggling a little bit with the temperature.
I believe one of the other teams were out swimming yesterday.
Indeed, Indonesia.
Very keen, very keen.
Had a barbecue, then went to the beach, and crazy enough here in autumn to take to the water.
More than happy with the barbecue, Roy, but the swim, not so sure.
Well, it certainly did them no harm as they came
and we have another
storming back in that earlier game.
2-2. We have a walk.
Started him out with 2 strikes and ends up working a walk.
Evan Acosta up to bat now.
Came up with such a key at bat earlier. I believe it was Acosta who ripped that one down the left field line.
They've got outs to play with here. We have, where did that go?
Right fielder.
And
he's got an adventure.
And we have now Alvarez running, making 3.
Acosta there, just uncertain whether or not the runner was going to carry on. He could have actually trailed him and made it to second, but wanted to play it safe. You just saw the effect of the wind there, Mike. It's really playing havoc out there.
It certainly is. It's moving around a lot there once it gets up in the sky there. 11 Ty Leon Guerrero up to bat. I'm thinking that this is their first. Oh no, it's not I think, yeah. First names is these.
We see Acosta there That classic first and third play, just going in motion. Korea just never seem to just look to throw that runner out. I think they could get some outs there, but great presentation from the catcher there. Top of the zone, just sticking that pitch at the top of the zone, buying a strike for his pitcher.
Guam with their runners on 2 and 3 at the moment. No outs.
No outs, Mike.
And a big piece out in between centre and right field, all the way to the fence. Just
that
about.
Is ripped.
And he's brought 1 in. He's brought 2. He's going for 3. And safe at 3. Beautiful piece of batting there for Guam. Now that's going to get them, that spark is going to just be right back in there for them when they came a little flat for a minute there. But here we go.
Absolutely, 10-5. Stand up triple.
Beautiful piece of batting there from...
What a crazy game of baseball we've had. We've just seen momentum shifts backwards and forwards, and now
Rayshawn Parks up to bat again.
That's led to more changes for Korea. Coach comes out. Min Chan out with him, explaining, translating.
But that was a very spectacular at bat there, and what a way to run those bags. He was just steaming around those bags.
He absolutely just middled that one up, and that's what you were talking about earlier, Mike. Flatten out those hits, and the wind doesn't have the same effect.
Yep.
If anything, the wind possibly just curled it away from the centre fielder a little bit. As you said, rolled to the fence and stand up triple.
Beautiful work. Yeah, I had the gut feeling that this Guam team was going to come out strong, and it's proving to be the way it's happening at the moment. And our next at bat is Parks again.
Interesting to see how they go with the sidearm of this Korean pitcher.
It can be very awkward as a batter, that.
Number 2 taking the mound, throwing sidearm, very deceptive. Get a little bit of a look at this from the side.
Jang.
Oh, you're all over
Number
it.
2.
You're all over it, Kovic. I'm not quite sure what our start time was for this game. I think it was about 3:30. So we're 2 hours in, and Kovic is remaining professional. Quite a surprise.
I had to sign a contract from the wife to be controlled, be behaved, and be a baseballer.
I will have to say, though, that she's made you sign that contract many times, and I've never seen you stick to it like this, so we're all proud of you, Mike. I'd like to thank you for your efforts today.
Oh, I'd like to also say that I was very refrained from the night we all did our glowworm walk up in the back of Glen Eden Tootarangi there, and there was a few things that I wanted to, prank our friends with, but I withheld because I had another warning. Pre-warning.
Another warning.
Yeah. And another piece out right field. And he dropped it again. It's gone. He's brought another runner in. He's going for 3. What another stand-up triple off the second batter in a row. Same spot just about out right field. Beautiful work by Guam.
I can't explain that one, Mike. That should have been taken.
Popped out of the glove.
He's got the sun on his back. There was no looking at the sun. He seemed to have the flight of it under control. Got the glove to it. And just inexplicably dropped it.
And we have Javier Tamanglo in the box now at bat.
Just realised I've once again got behind on my duties.
And another piece through shortstop and third to the left field, and another run in for Guam.
And that takes the score to 12-5.
Starting to blow out here, Roy. They're having a very, very good.
So many momentum changes, just so soon after you said that Guam dugout was starting to go quiet. Now they're all up, they're all
Starting to see
chanting.
this picture and really get meat on the bat now.
They're laughing, they're singing. Oh, and the runner will advance on that one. Catcher just unable to get it. I think I'd score that a wild pitch. I don't think we'd give that a pass ball on the catcher.
Yeah. So in the batter's box for Guam right now we have the Trace Tozer on. Korea again looking a little flat now.
It's not like Korean Little League teams to get rattled like this, and it just seems as though when the momentum changes, they just get a little bit rattled. Some errors creep into their play, some miscommunications.
The last pitch was a strike there. Nice strike there.
Coach there just repositioning the right fielder. The coach is incredulous that after seeing the wind carry it towards the line every time, the right fielder.
We have 1-1 count here.
Still playing too close to centre, so he moved him over.
And bunt attempt. Foul. Big lead at second here. Oh, Jesus. Turned their shortstop, had left the bag, overthrow to centre field, and he advances to 3.
And that's what we're talking about, just miscommunications and
Comms is
errors.
really big, isn't it, Roy? And when you're out on the diamond with your teammates.
It's one of the things that traditionally you would say is a huge strength of these Korean teams, and it's letting them down when the pressure comes on, although that's a strikeout there. Outside corner, rings him up.
What would you say when I'm on a diamond with you, Roy? Chatter and a voice. What would you say about that?
Well, there's a lot of communication on the diamond at our level, and you'd expect that from a team that's 3-time champion, Mike. Communication. We know communication's the key. We know it doesn't always have to be about baseball. And most of the time with us it's not, but it's effective.
Yep. Who needs to train? these young fellas.
You get to a certain age.
Years of training.
Get to a certain age, Mike, and training's only going to break the body. It's not going to make you any better.
I feel I 100% agree there. We're lucky to make it through a couple of innings, let alone a whole game.
Oh, that's a great pitch. Just takes a little off. It's kind of hard to read with the sidearm delivery. I think it...
And 17
Was it a slider? Was it a curveball?
In the box, he's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Oh, that's a
late swing.
Unbelievable pitch.
That was a very nice pitch there.
So 2 down now.
2 down. We have Ethan Santiago in the box. He'll be looking to drive in his runner at 3 here. And starting to look at all these pitches that are right beautifully there to hit, Roy.
So it's been a flurry of action this innings. I'm pretty sure we've got the score right here. 12-5. Guam, big lead.
And post down to second base, and easy out at 1. Made it look a little awkward there, but they got it.
Once again, they'll be thankful for the extra length that Beckett's got on the bag over at first base. Might just be an opportunity here, Mike, for you to just have a quick check in the craziness of that innings. We just want to make sure we got the score right. 12-5.
Yep, you're right there, Roy.
Oh, that's brilliant.
12-5 Guam going into
bottom of the 5th. They really need to peg back at least a few runs here 7-run lead.
And Guam will be looking to get a quick 3 outs, get back in that dugout for a bat. We have on the mound now for Guam, we have Ethan Santiago, so new pitcher.
We've seen a lot of big hits in this game, Mike.
There's been some great hitting, and especially there from the Guam boys, and a lot of right field hitting.
Yes, and that's smart. I mean, the wind will really just knock it down in left field. Out in right field, it's just going to drag it towards the line.
They're hitting it in that almost perfect zone for this wind on the diamond, where it's closer to centre field, but it's just in between, and it curves, and they sort of both shy of getting them.
I think I see some communications just around the diamond here that game time for tomorrow, potentially a 9 o'clock start for 2v3. Not sure what's led to that being moved up. It has been 10 o'clock. I think that possibly that's just a reflection on some of the marathon games that we've faced so far in this tournament.
Well, Roy, being 4th position, I would be rather happy with that, as I'd like a little sleep in tomorrow.
There's no sleep in for me. We'll be here. We'll be broadcasting that game regardless. So we'll get confirmation of that. That'll of course be posted on the Auckland Baseball Facebook page, and we'll give you an update on exactly when that game's going to be starting. If we get an opportunity, we might see the tournament director, Mark Irwin. He's been hanging around.
Who I believe has actually head off for the day now.
Oh, he has not headed off for the day. That man's been working close to 24/7 at the moment to make sure that this tournament's a success.
Oh, maybe it was the other Mark I was saying sitting later than me. We have a foul ball there by our batter in the box, number 1, Park. This is a super speedy number 1, Wang Park.
Oh, and that pitch goes behind the batter.
Over his head, I believe.
I'll tell you, that's extra inspiration to win this game, knowing that the loser is going to be having to play a 9 o'clock game in the morning. There'll still be dew on the ground. Conditions won't be ideal,
and she'll certainly be chilly at that time of the day around here.
Oh, this is a tough play.
No, safe on one. He has some speed on him, that boy.
He has speed. It was a slow dribbler, just beat the pitcher. And Weekly there at shortstop. Smart move, just put the ball in his pocket.
And Korea now starting to fire in the dugout. So we have at bat now, left-handed, number 2. Hyunsu Jang. .163 centimetres tall and weighs 57 kilos.
60 mile an hour fastball there. As we sort of expected, the big guns for these teams on the mound early in this game, and
we're surely looking to hit here.
Going deep into their bullpens now. Runner takes off. What a jump he got. Catcher's got a great arm. That throw was on the money, but it was a stand-up steal. He stole it on the pitcher.
He's very quick, Roy. That boy can get around those bags, as we've seen in the last couple of innings. Guam will be looking to shut them down so they don't bring any more runs in and keep that safety of the 7 runs, is it? A 7-run lead. And strike.
61 mile an hour, catching the outside corner of the plate.
They'll certainly be looking to bring that runner around now. They need those runs now. We're getting later in the innings.
Absolutely. I think Korea really have to score this innings. If they go into the... batter absolutely reading the pitcher like a book there. There was never going to be a pick-off. So I think if Korea can't chip into this lead in this innings, just 2 left after this, it's going to be a really big ask.
Sure is. Again though, Roy, we've seen things happen this tournament that you can have a big lead like 7 runs and it can all turn in one inning.
I thought we were going to stop talking about that, Mike.
Well,
I know that
giving Korea a
pitcher makes a play.
Out at 3. Beautiful.
Wow. I'll be honest, I thought he made the
lead runner.
I thought he made the wrong call there, but that throw was just picture perfect. Threw it right into the tag.
He jammed up on the bag too with his foot there. He seems all right though. Ooh, a little bit of a hop there. They won't want that with their number 1 speedster on the field. So we have number 7 up to bat now, and that is another park, I believe. It is Kyunseo Park.
So now at 5:40 p.m. local time, and sun's starting to get lower and lower in the sky in right field there.
Possibly even starting to almost affect the batter.
Oh, it's right in right field, Mike. I think that would be a bit strange if the batter was looking out there rather than looking straight back at the pitcher.
That is massive. Between centre.
That is massive.
Right field. He's going for it. He's going to surely bring in a run here. He's at 2, holding it 2. Runner comes in at... Ooh, that was a close play as well right there.
It was close.
Safe, called safe.
I think he definitely slid in under the tag.
So it'd be a 12-8 now.
That's a massive hit again. We've really see these bats come to life.
And it's funny, Roy, all of these hits today from this game here have been in between centre and right field there.
And of course that makes the score 12-6. Was a 7-run lead, now we've got a 6-run lead, and we said they had to chip away.
And that has begun.
A runner on second base. Oh,
right.
He holds his head, he can't believe he chased that. And the Korean coach going, what are you doing?
Jae-ha Kim in the batter's box.
Adjusts his elbow guard. Twirls the bat.
Those flash red gloves. A solid boy. If he can get behind that ball there, she's probably going to go a fair way too.
Oh, and the runner will go. Interesting situation here, Mike. We've got on deck circle. Beckett waiting. We know what he did his last time at bat.
Oh, that was a very great moment for Korea there. Stand up triple.
I think you'll find he actually came home on
that. Sorry, that was the inside the park. What am I on? How could I forget that? It was beautiful. Great play there, out at 1, but brought the runner in.
That's better doing his job.
Certainly is when you've got outs to play with there.
Makes the score 12-7.
You've just got to keep creeping back like that, don't you?
Absolutely.
This is where it all can change. Just those extra few runs in here and there, and she changes the game again. First ball strike on Beckett.
Beckett just nods his head at that one. Says that wasn't my pitch. I'll give you that one pitcher.
Foul ball.
Beckett really starting to swing the bat well now.
Mike's starting to get really hungry. It is getting close to dinner time there. 2 games of baseball, Roy. We're still here.
I know you do like to have dinner on your knees watching the 6 o'clock news, Mike.
And to second base, textbook play there, and that side away. Guam will be up to bat again.
So they gave up a couple of runs there, and
Probably not quite what Korea would have wanted there in that innings, like getting late in the game here. I think they would have probably wanted a couple more there at least, but hey, you've got to keep chipping away.
they will be relieved that they've brought the score back a little, but you're right, Mike. Still 5-run lead going into the top of the 6th.
What's our game time so far there, Roy? Have we well and truly over a standard game already? 3:30.
I think we started at close to 3:30 local time, so we're looking at about 2.25 hours so far in this game.
So still inside a regular season game here in New Zealand.
Once again, it's not quick.
We've got some changes here for Korea.
It's starting to wonder if it's a Korean coach making these changes, or is Min-chan actually having a say now? No, I stand corrected. It is the coach. Min-chan just translating.
So we have Hyungjin Lim on the mound warming up here.
And
He's the sidearm guy, so I think it's still the same pitcher, yeah, just maybe some positional changes here for Korea.
And we're going to have Weekly up to bat, the superstar shortstop for Guam.
What a play in that other innings, that catch there at shortstop from Weekly. That was beautiful, and got up and made the play at 1.
Absolutely, turning a double play like it was nothing.
Which should have never been almost.
There he is, the man we're talking about. Just having a swing of the bat, getting ready. Looks like our production crew back in the building. They've had a busy day getting ready for the hangi tomorrow. Mike's talked a little bit about that.
How's the prep going for that, Trish?
Yeah.
All done, that's good.
Looked like a 2 thumbs up on that one. Always a positive sign.
90 packs ready to go for tomorrow.
We see Jordan over there doing his dance, trying to lift the team.
He's certainly got that movement going on.
He does not slow down, that
quite
kid.
Spectacular.
If you're going to pick a mascot, you'd struggle to do better than young Jordan. I've got to think that pretty much the whole team must be changing here. Coach has been out there
It's sounding like it.
quite some time, making the changes. Min-chan starting to look confused.
Again, we've had a lot of this, again, with some of the games this tournament, where the length of these games can be, directly related to timeouts and changes and taking their time.
Umpire just confirming that despite the fact that it's another sidearm pitcher, it is actually a new pitcher. We do have a pitching change here.
Hyungjin Lim is up on the mound.
So we have
Very similar technique as the last pitcher they had.
Finally we see Korean coaches moving away from the playing surface. Jordan refusing to do that. He's going to fire up this team for as long as he can. The rally dance.
Well, that's certainly what they need now, is a rally. Get back in that dugout and get those bats going.
Oh, that lemonade tastes a little bit different to the one that you gave me earlier, Mike. Must be a couple of varieties. I think that one's a 0 sugar.
You can certainly taste that artificial sugar over normal sugar, can't you?
Absolutely.
You get used to it after a while, mate.
Jordan collecting the baseballs, tossing them into the team.
Weekly up to bat, like we said, he's been playing very, very strong with his bat. All-round game has been great.
Weekly stamps out his territory in the box, ready to go.
I would say he trains more than once weekly.
Wow. It must be late in the day because that was poor, Mike.
Yeah, I usually have a lot better than that, don't I? But I've been restricted for this game commentary.
It's the top of the 6th, underway. Guam still up, 5 runs. I think that one's dead. You can take this one. Weekly rips that down the right field line. That goes straight under the glove of the first baseman.
And a double to start off the Guam boys in the 6th.
I'll be interested how that scored. I think that might be an E3. It was hard to pick up from our position here, up high in the commentary box.
Yeah, I couldn't quite see that one.
Possibly straight through the first baseman. Oh, making a bit of a mess here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and we have a hit here to shortstop.
Oh, no.
And held it 2, but runner on 1 now.
And these uncharacteristic errors from the Korean team just continue. You do not want
the chocolate there, Roy. Keep the sugars up for this long day.
Thanks actually go to Meg. She delivered me a bit of chocolate earlier on. So that error has put them in a position here. Runners on first and second, no one out. And Acosta, we've seen him do some damage today.
Nice collection from the catcher there. Low pitch in the dirt.
.64 mile an hour from sidearm. Difficult to read. Umpire just reminding the pitcher there, make sure that rosin bag is over the back of the mound. Quite smart there for a sidearm pitcher, trying to get the rosin bag in the batter's eye. They'll try anything at the moment.
Outside pitch there on the last one. Low pitch there. Runner's going advanced to 3.
Some great running there. We just seen top-notch baseball from Weekly all day.
Again, probably not something that should have happened there.
Runners first and third. Korean catcher looks over to the dugout. He's getting a call from his coach there about what play they want. Seems that up until now they've just tried to go the trick play, looking to catch that runner at third. This time the runner goes, and it's a wild pitch.
The ball's come back. We have another run in here for Guam. And runners on 1 and 2 now. We're going to need to tidy up this game or else it's starting to slip away here. I have 2 6 outs left in the game to try and recoup some runs here.
The lead back up to 6, 13-7.
Thank you.
Looking over at the Korean dug a dejected look from the coaches' faces as they thought that was another strike.
Highly on Guerrero at bat here. Looked like a nice pitch. Must have been slightly outside, I would say there.
Hands on hips from the coaches. They think they are getting squeezed in this game.
Runners gone from 2.
No communication here from the Korean team. Catcher didn't realise. Held the pitch rather than throwing it down to third. We now have again
Giving away
first
easy,
and third.
easy stolen bags here, Roy.
Absolutely, and it's been hurting them. We'll see the runner on first take off. No, he doesn't.
Guam is looking hot.
3 balls, 1
Their
strike.
bats today and their gloves all round. Great plays all round by Guam so far in this game. Runner's gone from 1. Foul ball, you'll have to go back.
Catcher just a little bit rattled, so umpire Dave Sinclair will just step around, brush off the home plate, check with the catcher that he's feeling good now, check the baseball, just buying a little more time. Gives him a new ball and the catcher says, yep, I'm good to go.
We have runners on the corners. Walked in, loaded up the bags for Guam, and we have 22 Ray Sean Parks up to bat.
I think you saw there just a little bit about what the Koreans are feeling as the catcher just held that. Incredulous that he didn't get a strike call. Parks swinging early. Possibly giving away strike 1 there. Fouls that one off.
We're looking to drive in a few runners here, I'm sure. Sun's getting lower and lower there, Roy.
It sure is. That pitch wasn't low though. Up in the zone. Ball 1, strike 1.
Another tip, foul tip. Parks will be looking to protect the plate here.
Pitch not quite close enough to tempt Parks here.
2-2 count for Parks, who's 22.
Once again, crowds the plate.
We've seen a lot of that today, Roy, haven't we?
Absolutely.
Crowding
That's
the plate there.
it's a conscious approach from this team from Guam. Toes right on the batter's box. Pressuring the pitcher.
Well, Guerrero will be looking to want some outs here with loaded bags and the likes of some big batters coming up. Inside.
Full count. Full count and nowhere to put him. We're going to see some action here, Mike.
I'm just hoping my ride home is still here when this game finishes.
Wow.
Strike out there.
Parks felt it might have been up in the zone.
Cohen Villanueva. Sorry about that.
Villanueva coming in as a pinch hitter. Just getting confirmation that I got it slightly closer than you did, Mike.
Yeah. I should have done the thinking about it
Yeah.
before I said it out loud in my head, right?
Often the best approach, see the name, have a bit of a think, and then give it a crack.
Break
We
it
see
down,
strike
break it
one
down
now.
into vowels.
Coach gives him a look like I'm backing you here.
Haven't seen him on the diamond at all this game so far. Foul ball.
Just getting confirmation now that we've got our production crew back, that we do have the score right. 13-7 as Villanueva strikes out. This is big here. If Korea can get out of this, Mike, they might actually feel some belief if they can get out of this.
That is correct, but they still have a lot of runs to get back to be in this ball game. Again, still loaded bags. 2 down, I believe. 2 down now.
2 down. That strikeout of Villanueva was key. Bases loaded, 1 out. Guam would have wanted runs.
And we have another
right
hit in the spot. No, we have 3 down. Catch by right fielder.
No mistakes in right field this time, and Korea do escape that innings. Bases loaded jam, 1 out. No runs added. We're going to move into the bottom of the 6th here. Just hearing here, 99 taking the mound. A number that was once famously worn here in Auckland by Caleb Wild Thing Duffy. Yeah, interesting to see how this 99 warms up. Looks like he's going to look to just pitch with a bit of finesse. Throw strikes. Work the corners. Not getting a reading yet, but our production crew working hard.
That wind has not let up all day there, has it, Roy?
No, it hasn't.
And I can feel that afternoon coolness really starting to set in now.
So 99, just working in the mid-50s, 54 that last one. Do we have a update on who this is on the mound, Mike? 99?
99, we have Ryan Lazama.
There you go. And he will have the pressure on to close out this game. I think that's what Guam will be hoping, that he can get them through the last 2 innings, throwing strikes.
Korea will be looking to punish that ball now to get some runners around. Some smart base running.
Absolutely, Guam there, customary words of encouragement for their pitcher.
And I think that's really been working for them, that team camaraderie and that energy their team's had all tournament so far, I believe.
Absolutely, and on the cusp now of going into the semi-finals undefeated. Managing to avoid a 9 a.m. game tomorrow that no team is going to want to come to.
Just the teams?
It's not just the teams that aren't going to want to come to that. If we're lucky, we won't have the wind blowing. Often the case here. We normally have some still mornings.
If you are here, Roy, I will be thinking of you nice and snuggling up in the bed, warm, by myself, probably.
So he's just throwing around 55 mile an hour and just not able to find the strike zone here, and that'll be a concern to the Guam coaches.
They're certainly going to be wanting to get quick outs here.
And that's just lifted nicely into left field. Not trying to do too much with it.
Good spot. Got on bag. That's what they're going to be wanting.
I love that hitting approach of not trying to overhit it. You're hitting into the teeth of a gale, Mike. You just flatten it out, make contact.
Jinwon Kim up to bat now.
Just watching Jordan victory dance over there.
You're looking to put it into play just like that last one here. Move runners around. And bunt to the pitcher. 1 out at 1. Bunts the runner.
Unusual call there from the Korean team. You're down 6. You need a big innings. You don't need to play for one run.
Yeah.
Just don't understand that call.
That's right.
Maybe they want to go home like other people. Yeah.
Coach sprinting in there from the third base coach, announcing a pinch hitter. Number 26.
Yoo-Yok Kim.
Go hard, Ryan.
Probably hearing our microphone there. One of the Guam supporters still on edge despite this big lead.
Hey, as we know, it's never over till it's over. But we really don't need a big rally 50-minute inning, please.
As exciting as it would be, I do understand you there, Mike. It's sun coming down in right field. They keep trying this pick-off move.
Thrown a little high for the pick though.
Just trying to catch.
Getting a big lead
Catch
though.
that runner leaning towards third.
I can understand them wanting to pick when he's taking such a big lead. Keep him in check.
Nothing there.
I'm not looking to do anything silly here.
Kim patient in the box. He understands that Korea desperately need base runners. Pitcher looks in, gets a sign.
Gone.
Runner goes. No, he doesn't. Deked us all.
Yeah, they're just keeping him at 2 there. They're not doing anything silly where they can create opportunity to score here.
Just looking to hit the corners with that little 58 mile an hour pitch. Just not quite getting it in the zone. Runner goes this time.
Oh, catcher drops the ball there with a possible play there.
And I wonder if that was the deke last time, just putting the catcher off slightly. Did he look up to see, is he going? Took the eye off the ball.
Got this right.
Oh, and he has
High pitch.
hit the batter there, and that,
Runners on the corners now again for Korea.
and all too often today we've seen this first and third situation.
Set her down, right.
typically here we will see the runner on first take off. If I'm Guam, I'm just trying to throw him out. You just need an out. I will say, as much as I miss the company of the great man Samuel Lever, it is a lot easier without having Mike Kovac in the background chipping away. Rather, we've actually got him sitting down in the big seat. You've done a fine job, Mike.
Thank you, Roy. Thank you, Roy. You've been on all day too, mate. So
All day.
we've got Chang Yong Lim in the batter's box, and that dropped down in for a strike there. Oh,
Good pitch,
is it
Ryan.
good? Oh, forward. This one. What's this one? That one works.
Mike desperately looking to keep his phone active as he's going to be making a call to try to find his ride straight after
reservation
this
for dinner.
game. Runner goes, Narana got a huge jump.
Looking to make a reservation for dinner, I'd say, Roy, there.
I don't think McDonald's takes reservations, but each to their own.
There's only one thing I eat at McDonald's, Roy. Fillet of fish, mate.
Wow, you're a desperate man.
It's the only thing that's not
Has a big cut at that, fouls it back.
beef, chicken or pork. Almost thought Roy was going to run for that foul ball over the back of home plate there for a second. Looking energetic.
Steve Penny, our first responder. That ball almost hits him inside. So Steve Penny's been working hard. He'll be happy that there hasn't been as many injuries today. But he was all over that foul ball, flashing his speed. Of course, he is a notable Div 1 player here in the Auckland competition. Plays for the North Shore Club.
So we still have Korea runners on 2 and 3. How many outs do we have there, Roy?
Just the one. It was that
One.
strange call of laying down the bunt, giving up an out.
Sure, that's right. It was slightly
And there we go.
Now we've got loaded bags. This is where Guam will want to shut this down. Korea will be looking to bring their runners in.
Well, we're starting to get into a
Right.
situation here where in the bottom of the 6th, base hit here could score 2, possibly 3, and the the Guam coach sees the danger, sees the threat, and announces a pitching change. Guam still up 13-7, and they do not want to see that score change.
.44 for Guam warming up, and that is Theano Jones.
Jones just sitting at about 58 mile an hour at the moment, but let's keep in mind that he's coming in this bitterly cold afternoon. Might take him a little while to warm up. Of course, he has 8 pitches for his warm up.
I'm loving the look of the big smile on his face and enjoyment while he's on that mound. It's a good thing to see pitchers when they're like that.
He's getting to play baseball, Mike. The greatest game on earth. Why would he not be happy?
Exactly.
Exasperation here from the Korean coach.
I'm not going to lie, Roy, if the days that I can't make baseball, I have a little cry to myself that day because it upsets me a lot.
Really, like, big squads, lots of changes, and it seems as though the umpires and the scorers struggling to keep up with it. Min Chan Kim there trying to keep it calm. Doesn't want emotions to get out of control. Got first responder nearby, waiting to see if something's going to break out. Got the ice bag ready. Minchan ducks under the rope into the scorers.
Intently looking at what's going on in the paperwork there.
Seems we've got things under control now, and Dave Sinclair back out to take his position.
He wants to get this game moving. I'm sure he's got a dinner date tonight there out there somewhere too.
Jones up on the mound.
Thinking tacos, Roy. Tacos.
It's not a Tuesday, Mike, but I don't hate the call.
Tacos are good on any day, mate. Tuesdays is not the only day for tacos, I'll tell you that. Wide outside pitch there and low.
Adrenaline starting to flow for Jones on the mound. Warming up at 58 mile an hour, that first pitch. 63, buddy. Spiked it into the ground. Catcher did a good job to keep the runners in position.
Got loaded bags still by Korea. And another pitch in the dirt. The runner's coming. And he's safely home and all advanced. Now we have runners on 2 and 3. 1 run.
And that closes the gap to 13-8. Runners on second and third. It takes a forced play out. Guam don't need to bring their infield in. They got runs to play with. They just need outs here.
Yeah, I would be focusing on anything to get an out now.
Jones steps off.
That sun almost now, Roy, will be starting to affect the batters.
Interesting here. Guam pulling corners in, first and third.
There's a pitch.
So ground ball to first or third. The coach is obviously saying, you're going to come home. Try to get the player coming home. Does create a situation where a hard hit ball can go past them, and that would hurt. So if we just get rid of our little pitcher and pitcher here, can confirm that even looking straight back up the field, I can't see the sun, Mike, but if you say it's in your eyes, I'll believe you.
It's definitely in my eyes at the moment.
You are looking at a slightly different angle.
Yeah. And we have a strike there.
Big swing. They're trying to do a bit too much. Needs to just follow the lead from some other batters today. Just
full count on the batter here. So he's going to have to do something here.
Battle up, as our guys say. Battle up. Game on the line.
And drives it to shortstop. Not what we've seen out of them today down in that side of the inside of the diamond there.
I think once it beat the third baseman, shortstop had no play coming across. And that's another run scoring, and we've got runners on first and third. Unbelievably, the gap is down to 4, 13-9.
Starting to feel a little like Groundhog Day here with these comeback games and the late innings of games here at the qualifiers, Asia Pacific qualifiers this year.
I think if Korea complete a comeback here, it might be a case of hypothermia in the box because the temperature really dropping now, Mike.
It sure is, Roy.
Nice pitch.
Right, there we go.
Outside corner, that's a beautiful pitch. Not a lot you can do with that. I expect to see that runner break from first here.
So are we still no outs here?
Well, I've been relying on you for that, Mike.
Sean, how many outs are there?
And the runner does go.
Just one.
Catcher comes up throwing. Second baseman comes across.
And that's out there.
That is an
out at home.
unbelievable play. We've seen Korea try to make that play but Guam showed them how it's done.
Poor boy got smoked on the nose there, I think. It's not feeling good.
So the catcher comes up gunning for second, or so it appeared. Second baseman comes cutting across, cuts that ball off, guns it home.
Guam playing the right sort of game here at the moment, stopping that runner, scoring.
Big cut there, can't make contact. Did you get confirmation there from
we're
the
two,
scorers?
we're two down.
We're two down now?
Yep.
Whew.
There was one with the play at home there, made two, so they've just got the one out they need here.
Of course it was. There was that little bunt laid down earlier in the innings.
That felt like some time ago.
It did feel like a while back. It didn't make sense to me at the time. It still doesn't. Korea, in many respects, giving Guam 2 outs here. You know it's getting late when you see the grounds crew here starting to pack down the field around us. But play will continue. And that's up. Catcher tried to present that as a strike, but the umpire wasn't buying it. Game goes much longer. It might be a case of don't bother going home. Just get ready for the next game.
Hey,
9 o'clock game tomorrow. It's long drive home.
you ever been?
Oh, and that's hit him. Back of the helmet.
You ever been camping with a Mike Kovac there, Roy?
I don't think I want to. It's a batter just grabs the back of his head, but he's all right. That was a glancing blow. And again, really Korea hurting themselves with that play at home. Could have been a situation of bases loaded, 1 out, and see we've got runners first and second, and 2 out, and Guam an opportunity to get out of this.
Hyunso Park in the box.
Oh, that pitch looked close, but not quite. Just a little low, a little bit outside. Dave Sinclair maintaining his concentration in these Arctic conditions.
Don't know how he has short sleeves on there, Roy.
Umpires.
And it's a high foul over the Guam dugout.
Absolutely. The one was always going to carry that foul. Both teams will be really struggling with these conditions. Guam especially.
Most of the
Not used to this.
smart New Zealand supporters are all comfortably at home in front of a fireplace, I'd say, except for Sam, who'll be freezing as well at the Warriors.
Yes, and
Very cold at that stadium too.
let's hope that Samuel's getting a good game from the Warriors that he supports. Obviously, season ticket holder for many years now.
Who are they playing, Roy?
I couldn't tell you, but Samuel was looking quite dejected after that New Zealand game. He needs a bit of a pick-me-up, and the Warriors could do it for him.
Or it could go very much the other way.
Up the wires, Mike, up the wires. Oh, that's a
nice hook
big
out
hit, but straight to the left fielder.
And that is the side away. Guam last at bat for the game. Unless we go to extra innings.
Mike, don't even. But you're right, we're going into the top of the 7th. Guam still holding their lead 13-9. They've got an opportunity here to add to that lead.
It's also still not out of reach for Korea, the type of baseball we've been seeing. So there's still opportunity, but what Guam want to do here is bring some more, runs in and safety runs, we call them, don't we?
I think the umpires are looking here. They're having a bit of a look at conditions. We'll see if we can.
Just balls.
We'll see if we can listen
at the ball.
We'll see if we can listen in.
See, Roy, I was right, talking about the sun coming down, and now it's playing a part in disadvantage to batters here.
Bit of glare in the batter's eyes, they're saying. They're questioning safety. It's only a question of safety here. As long as they feel the players are safe, play will continue. There's 1 innings to go.
What do they do here, Roy, if they can't continue play?
Well, I will tell you what.
With 1 inning to go.
I am picking an absolute riot by Team Korea if the umpires call this one.
I feel the same.
They're looking. They're looking around. They're looking for the tournament director.
They all just need to put their Oakley sutras on and carry on, I believe. 1 inning to go.
Well, I'm looking at it and I'm saying, yes, that sun is down in the sky, but I don't think it's a danger, personally. I've played in far worse conditions than this, Mike, and I'm sure you would have.
I believe it's not any danger to the fielders. It would prospectively just be what the batter catches, the only disadvantages possibly, right? And umpire probably maybe seeing pitches.
Just looking at this warm-up catcher here for Korea, he doesn't seem to be having any problem at all.
I don't see any problem with him catching that either.
I'd be surprised, but it's been a surprising day all round. It looks as though head umpire's got tournament director on the phone. They're calling the coaches over. Oh my.
This is something we haven't seen yet in the tournament, but with these extra long games,
this could be big. This could be controversial. Korean coaches coming over there. They're incredulous. They can't believe it. We just got laughter from the Korean coach. He feels as though everything has gone against him.
And if this is the case, it'll be looking at Guam playing New Zealand tomorrow.
No, incorrect.
Yep, they're calling it.
They are calling it. Well, actually,
yep, Guam, New Zealand.
Guam, New Zealand. I find this a little hard to believe, if I'm going to be perfectly honest.
Not the way we wanted this game to end, but not angry to possibly get out of this cold very soon. I feel like it may be a heater on in the car for some part of the journey home.
So I believe the umpire has
Guam's coming out to shake hands.
absolutely called the game, and as we've said many times, I've never seen an umpire change their mind. Korean coach still arguing his point.
Scorers are packing up. It is game. Great game to watch. I feel, Guam really put it on out there. Korea couldn't quite bring the bats to the party.
Guam team lined up here. They know that it's been called. They know it's game. They're celebrating the fact that they have gone through under fair. Hang on. We have tournament director Mark Irwin coming out here onto the diamond. Don't tell me we have more controversy. Mark Irwin is saying this is in the hands of the umpire. I'm sure that's what he'll be saying, Mike.
Possibly getting a little heated here.
He will also be saying that what comes first is player safety.
Now they're asking about playing the innings out in the morning.
Oh, it's not the way it goes. We've had a regulation game, so it's controversial. Normally, umpire calls game, we would be signing off here from Follett Field, but
the Renegades would not let this happen. We would carry on.
I think in the sake of drama, We'll stick with this for a little bit longer. We'll watch Mark Irwin. He's on the phone now.
The umpires have left the park. They're leaving the park, so they will not have umpires. So I believe it is game.
Mark Irwin, I think he might have District Administrator Vaughan Wyber on the phone.
All the Blues have stopped. No, the Blues are still walking off the diamond, so it is game.
And we're seeing the players now shaking hands. Korean coach
Does not
really struggling to believe what's happening here.
Korean boys all look a little flat with that too. I mean, you still, Roy, never know what could happen in that inning.
Korean team come over, acknowledge the scorers, acknowledge the crowd. And here we see the good spirit from the Korean coaches. Frustrated as he is with the tournament, he is shaking hands with the Guam players. He just wanted it to finish 7 innings. He only needed one more innings.
Don't think Guam is upset about this. They can save their pitcher, the rest of his pitch count. Good game, boys.
And as the players exit the park, we will be signing off here. Mike, it's been a pleasure.
It has been a great outing this afternoon / early evening for this game, and I guess we'll see you all at the park again tomorrow.
It looks as though what we're going to have is a 9 o'clock game tomorrow morning. Will be Korea versus Indonesia, and then we'll have a 2 o'clock game, Guam versus New Zealand. But that's all from us. We will see you tomorrow.